All right, rock addicts, this is DJ REM, and I have the guys from Scent of Remains on the line. What's going on?
Hey, man, how's it going?
It is going excellent, excellent. So why don't you go ahead and start with introducing who is on the line with us, and then also please introduce the other band members that are not with us.
All right, well, here, like talking to you right now, is me, Herb Himes, lead guitar, and I'm Paul Shippers, I play drums. And not with us, we have Luke knocking on rhythm guitar, Mr. Michael fucking Yates, lead vocalist, and Jeremy from the Holler Powers on bass. Hound dog.
Excellent. So why don't you tell me what's going on? Well, tell everybody what's going on with you guys right now.
Man, we are busy. We are really busy right now. We've been playing a lot, and our new CD just dropped about a month or so ago. Just trying to get that out of there in front of as many people as possible. Played a really, really cool show with Fear Factory here in Knoxville just about a week and a half ago or so. And with Hate Eternal, Fear Factory, and Cobra and the Lotus. That was an excellent show for us. And man, we're just trying to get this new record out to as many people as possible, getting in front of as many ears as we can.
Very good. How was the turnout for that show? It seems like that would have been pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. It looked like there was about a couple hundred people out there.
Yeah,
it's a mid-sized venue. It's not a real big venue, but it was nice and full.
For Knoxville and that kind of metal, it was actually a pretty good turnout.
It was a Tuesday too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, excellent. Well, I tell you what, a lot of the people that are tuned in right now or will listen to this once it's up on YouTube, because we're also recording, don't know a whole lot about you guys. So how long has Scent of Remains been a band and been around?
Since 2009, kind of pretty much on a regular basis. But with the lineup we have now, a little over a year and a half.
Right. We kind of had a revolving door lead vocalist for a while, and until we found Michael.
Yeah, he does okay, So.
He does okay. Yeah. Actually, Yates is awesome. He's the guy. He's the guy we've been needing the whole time. We had some good success with our first record, but that's kind of as you grow as a band, you want your newest stuff to always be the best, and this is definitely shows a lot of maturity in our songwriting and just growth as a band, I think.
Yeah, well, I have to say this new album is definitely kick-ass, and like I mentioned to you on Facebook, once the interview's done, I'm going to play the whole album from beginning to end, because what a great way to help promote,
Awesome, man. Oh, yeah. You were our very first radio interview back in the day.
That's awesome.
It's great to be back on with you.
Yeah, it's definitely great to talk to you guys again, because I've been since I don't even remember how I got your first track, but man, ever since I've heard you guys, I've been a dedicated fan, loyal fan. So
I appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, BTK has had a lot of plays on my radio shows. Let me tell you.
Had a lot of plays live too.
Yeah, it has. That's the one song we generally don't leave out of the set, no matter how short a time we get. It's almost always in there. So it's definitely a fan favorite.
It is very cool. And I have to tell you, or I guess maybe even ask you, with Wakefield, obviously you went the acoustic route with that song. What made you guys decide to do an acoustic track?
Well, people always think because you scream and everything that you can't do that. So we went ahead and did that, and
Right.
It turned out pretty good.
Yeah, interestingly enough, that was a song was written by Michael Yates, our vocalist, and Jeremy Powers on the bass. He actually plays the guitar track on the album for that too. He's a very, very talented musician. He do pretty much everything. So that's one of those things. They started playing it, and we weren't even sure we were going to record it when we went in to do the record, because it wasn't finished being written.
We didn't have any vocals.
Yeah, we had no vocals, and kind of got finished up in the studio, and we decided, it's going to cost us money to sit here and record this, but I'm really glad we decided to go ahead and go with it, because it turned out it was great.
We've had a good response.
Yeah, I know that I wasn't there in the studio when they actually finished doing the vocals and got them written, and when I went in and heard the tracks, I was blown away. I was just fucking blown away.
Yeah, and I have to agree with that, because I tell you, you had mentioned to me when you sent me the album, you're like, check out Wakefield. But it's not the normal what you're used to. And when I listen to it, I'm like, oh my God, they can sing. This is awesome.
Yeah,
And I'm not taking away from the way you got, the other songs, because they're amazing too, but just to have that versatility is just, it's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, you hear a lot of different stuff. I listen to Center Remains. We have so many different influences, and we're heavy, but it's really fixed on being groove. Having a groove and just trying to be melodic as well. We're not afraid to write a hook or write a song that people are going to sing to themselves.
Yeah, even if they hate it, they're going to be mad because it's in their head.
That's right.
Exactly. So, okay, so what kind of was the whole basis for when this band got started back in the day? I mean, what was the who and how did that happen?
Metal.
Yeah,
we just like metal.
it started with Paul. He was jamming with some guys, and I forget, was it Craigslist? How did I find you? I don't even remember, man. Or Bandmix. Yeah, Bandmix. He hit me up in Bandmix. I wanted to come and jam, and
Herb cost me $10.
that's right.
I got Michael Yates for free on Craigslist.
Yeah, so I came out and started jamming.
Actually, Herb was only $5 because Luke worked for Herb, so we really scored 2 dudes out from Bandmix.
That's right. So if you're looking for musicians, it's not a bad way to go. I just came out and jammed with him one day, and it was I don't know. Paul and I pretty much clicked immediately. When I just started playing grooves and stuff, and he jumped right in, and it was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So we just all went metal, and we didn't really know what we were going to sound like when we started. We just started writing stuff, and it kind of grew organically from that.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a couple songs wrote, and when Herb came out, he was like, hey, can I come back out another day? I was like, yes. So it's been every week since then.
That's right.
That's awesome. That's a great story. I like it. So how often do you guys get together and practice and stuff? I mean, how often are you able to do that?
Not as often as we'd like,
We can't tell you that kind of information.
It's secret. We'll have to kill you if you know. No, a few times a week, typically.
Jeez, you talking about killing me already? This interview just started. Dang, you guys are rough.
That remains, we have to find out what to do with bodies.
That's true. It does fit most of the songs, doesn't it?
Right. Yeah, we don't condone murder, but we like to sing about it.
Yeah.
Did not notice.
Yeah.
Did not notice. Hold You Under. That's another good one.
Yeah.
I've been playing that track every show. That track is also amazing.
We play that track every show. Yeah, every show. That was a fun one. I remember actually finishing that one up, and when I finished writing, I was like, oh yeah, that's going to be really good.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is. Okay, so this next question will be for each of you to answer. What got you into music? What kind of influences have you had in your life that made you want to do something like this?
I just like to play music, man. And, really, I listen to everything, but as a drummer, I prefer to play metal just because it's the most entertaining to play on drums,
Yeah, I had an older cousin, and I grew up in San Antonio, Texas. He's kind of a legend down in the rock and kind of punk scene down there. And I was just a little bitty squirt, and I remember hearing Black Sabbath Master of Reality out of the stereo. And I was like, wow, that is really cool. I want to do that. And I've been sort of into metal ever since I was probably 5 or 6. And then I got to see Randy Rhoads play a couple of weeks before he died in the plane crash. And as soon as I saw that, I knew that's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to, the way he played just amazed me. And, I always knew I liked music. I didn't know that I wanted to do music at that time, and that's what kind of drove me that direction.
Okay, very good. So, how hard has it been to keep this band going? Has it been a tough thing? I mean, have you guys had to make a lot of sacrifices to keep doing this?
Everybody in a band has to make sacrifices. But, I know I speak for probably me and her for sure, and Power and everybody. I mean, basically it's not hard at all if you love what you're doing. I mean, you just do it.
Yeah, you're going to have days that suck, but, I don't even really ever question why am I doing this. It's just what I do, I don't know, there's other things I could do, I guess, like I could sell hats or work at a shoe store or something like that, but, I think this is really what I'm supposed to be doing, When you stumble across that thing that you love and you know you're supposed to be doing it, you just got to ride with it.
Very good. Yeah, Herb's Hats. That doesn't sound too promising.
That's right. That's right. Probably not.
You better stick with music, man. So where did the name Scent of Remains come from? How did the band come up with that?
It was actually found on a random band name generator. I think Paul and the guys he was jamming with before I joined the band kind of had that as the name of the band, and they were looking at it more like, after you blaze and you leave the room and you come back in, it's got that nice scent in it. And when they told me the name of the band, it was like, wow, that's really cool, because my side, and the reason it appealed to me is because when I was 12, I found the lady across the street was murdered by a boyfriend, and I actually found the body. So,
oh, wow.
And she'd been sitting for a few days, and her dog had been eating on her and stuff like that. So it's kind of a strange experience for a 12-year-old, but that scent is, I can still smell it when I think about it, So
Right.
it's kind of like, oh, that's one of those things that's kind of meant to be, It's kind of, it can have a different meaning for everybody, but I don't know. Most people I just tell when I said the name of the band, they go, what was that? I go, smell stinky dead shit. Just think,
And that other thing that really, stood out is if you Google it, we're the first 12 things.
Yeah, we're it.
There's no bands out there. I looked at a lot of band names, and there's a lot that have 3 or 4 bands already with that name. So,
and there is one YouTube page about a dog tracking a dead raccoon or something like that. Yeah, but that's the only thing that isn't us that comes up when you search for Scent of Remains. So.
Okay, then, and there you have it, where Scent of Remains comes from. I feel bad that I laughed when you said that the dog was eating her body. I'm not sure what to think of that.
It was like one of those little Toto dogs, Toto was
a terrier.
Yeah, some sort of terrier dog. Yeah, she was laying down in front of her orange recliner. They have orange shag carpet and stuff too. Kind of a gaudy house,
Yeah, okay, then.
Hey, I can go into more detail if you want.
No, I'm good, because I feel like I'm going to laugh, and I shouldn't be, so.
Oh, dude, it's life, man.
That is true. That is true. Okay, so where is a good place for people to find out more about this band? Where online should they go?
Dude, Facebook, facebook.com/Scent of Remains, Reverb Nation, scentofremains.com, which is sort of under an overhaul right now. The content on there is not as updated as it should be. We're working on getting it redone. And we're on YouTube as well. You can catch our music video for BTK on that.
Or if you want to steal our music, there's plenty of sites out there.
Yeah, they do.
I think I will strongly encourage them to go to the sites to buy your music. That would be perfect.
And if you do want to buy it, it is available digital download on iTunes and Amazon and Zune and pretty much every other digital distribution site you can go through. If you want a hard copy, you can just hit us up through scentofremains.com. We actually have a store. It's scentofremains.bigcartel.com, and just go to scentofremains.com, hit the store link, and you can order T-shirts or CDs, and we'll get them in the mail to you.
We can autograph a CD too if somebody wants to autograph. Just let us know. But yeah, if you steal our music, we're fine with that. Just come to a show and buy a shirt.
That's right.
We gotta get gas money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're getting ready to hit the road. We're doing a little 10-day leg going up north into New York and Pennsylvania from here, coming in July. So that's going to be exciting for us.
Yeah, that definitely. Do you have any dates in Michigan?
Yeah, do we? Where are you at?
I'm close to Kalamazoo, Michigan, or close to Battle Creek as well.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, we don't have one there, but
we don't have all the dates yet.
We've got 10 days. We got 10 days. We're going up north.
Okay, well, if you guys get a venue somewhere in Michigan, it's kind of on the western side, let me know.
How far are you from Lansing?
It's about an hour.
Okay, I think I got somebody there.
Yeah, we've been talking to somebody around there, so that could be really cool, man.
Yeah, let me know. I'd love to come meet you guys in person and hang out. So definitely.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a pretty good live show. I tell you that. We're kind of energetic and stuff. So.
Very cool. Okay, well, I'm hoping that happens now. So.
I think it probably will.
Okay. So, just make sure you keep me updated and let me know.
Atlas out right now, so he's got his Atlas out right
Sweet.
We kind of do all our own booking and tour management and stuff like that. So he has this book that he carries around.
However, if there's anybody listening that can do a better job, we're always looking for somebody to do that for us.
Somebody to help us out doing that stuff, of course.
Guaranteed.
That's right.
How, you gonna pay him with beer?
I don't know. They're gonna pay us.
That's right.
Okay, well, he's looking for that. We'll keep moving along here. What as far as this new album that's out, what recording studio do you guys use?
We used the sound layer here in Knoxville with Maya, the 7-foot giant.
Genius.
Yeah, genius giant. He's amazing. He did a lot of early work for Straight Line Stitch, and he's done Whitechapel and other bands like that have come out of Knoxville.
Many bands.
Yeah, I think he did some 10 years stuff as well. So
All types of genres.
yeah, he does. He does everything from hip hop to metal to blues or what have you. But he's great, and we did our first record with him too. And he's if you're in the area, he gets people come from all over the U.S. But if you're in the area and looking for a great guy to record with, I definitely hit him up. That's the sound layer. Yeah, their name.
Hey, very cool. Well, he definitely did a good job because it definitely sounds amazing. So.
He's good. Thank you. He's awesome. He's an awesome dude too.
Hey, while you're looking through that book, Renee in the chat wants to know if you're going to be in Missouri at all.
We will be, but it's going to be towards the end of the year. We're going to do a Texas run, and we may come up through Missouri because we play in St. Louis. So I don't know if we'll play somewhere else this time or not. But
yeah, we played football in St. Louis with Straight Line Stitch last year, and we're definitely wanting to get back that direction.
yeah.
Okay, very good. Well, we look forward to those dates as well. Okay, I have a question for each of you. If I grabbed your iPod, your MP3 player, your tape deck, 8-track player, however you like to listen to music, what would I find you listening to right now?
Well, on the way over to Paul's place, I was listening to a Buddy Guy live bootleg blues album. So I listen to a lot of old blues and stuff like that. I don't know, what about you, Paul?
I listen to everything from Slayer to NWA.
I love old school NWA. You just hit me with that one. Awesome.
Yeah, but I listen to a lot of I guess me and Eddie Trump would get along really well. I'm a big UFO fan, so I listen to a lot of old UFO and older metal, and new stuff too. But just kind of I'm a big Michael Schenker fan, so anything he's done lead guitar work on, I tend to try to absorb and learn from as much as I can.
Very good. So, when if I ask about the band, I mean, where do you guys hope to be in a couple of years? I mean, kind of what are your goals that you guys got for yourselves?
I want to be everywhere in a couple of years. I mean, we want to be, well, it is a full-time gig, but we want to really make this a full-time paying gig. No more day jobs, no more downtime, just writing and recording music and playing every day as much as we can.
Yeah, just keep the electric bill on,
and be on the road,
Be on the road.
Yeah, it's good to have that electric bill paid so you can keep practicing.
Yeah,
that's right. But we're really just starting the longer tour legs. We've done a lot of 3-4 day things, but we're starting the longer stuff this year, and we just want to keep that growing. Get as many people out to the shows as we can when we play, and sell as much merch at shows so we can get to the next place. That's the life we want.
Okay, well, and that kind of leads into my next question. Speaking of live shows and such, what sets you guys apart? I mean, what are people going to get when they come to a live show that they're not going to get when they go see 10,000 other bands trying to do the same thing? I mean, what are they going to get from you guys?
They're going to get a good show. I mean, I've been to several shows over the years, and some bands, they record real well, and they put on a terrible live performance, and we don't ever try to record something that we can't perform up to par. I think we perform better.
It's going to sound better live than it does on the record, I think. We're really tight. We move around a lot. It's not just standing there shoegazing, just put a lot of energy into it. And, you're going to be blown away when you hear Michael Yates do 4 different vocal styles during one song, all coming from that one guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something a lot of people can do. And that's just, and the songs are good. They're memorable. That's the area that we've improved most in. It's just writing good, catchy songs that are hit you in the face really hard.
They are definitely very catchy. Very cool. In a cool way. Definitely awesome.
Yeah, some people think catchy means like wimpy and shit, but nah, we don't look at it that way.
There's nothing wimpy about your guys' songs. That's for sure. They are hardcore. I love it. Okay, so what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you guys at a live show you've done?
Was it the two chicks making out on the stage in front of us? That was cool.
That's a good thing.
We opened for the Swedish black metal band Latane. Really, really cool guys, but they travel with like Clorox bottles full of rancid goat's blood.
Yeah.
And they kind of spread it all over themselves and all over the stage that they play, and it was an interesting smell. It was like they almost had they should have been Sin of Remains when we played this one, because it was that blood had gone bad.
Right.
I'm actually joking about it. They're like, yeah, the blood is rancid.
I went out back and they were pouring it all over their beards and their face, and it was like 3-week-old hog blood that's sprouting and heat, and it was disgusting.
That's right. I think Eric was saying they normally try to get goat blood, but they had to get hog blood this time because they couldn't find goat blood wherever they were. But
they don't let them put roadkill in the crowd in Tennessee or light fires or anything.
Right. So they had to tame their show back, but it was pretty crazy, man. They're a freaking amazing band. I mean, I really enjoyed watching them live.
We're just not that crazy, we just go to Waffle House and back to the house when we're done,
No, so that we did have two chicks making out like on the stage in front of Michael Yates.
That's pretty cool.
That one show, which was pretty fun,
That was good stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't just light making out; it was like the full thing. So that was kind of interesting.
Okay.
Distracting.
Very good. And then I'll twist this question a little bit again and ask a different way. So what's the best thing that's ever happened at a show? I mean, what's been the best thing that's made you go, oh my God, this is really happening. This is amazing.
I think, when you open for a national touring act, you have people coming up to you afterwards saying that, you stole the show and you're the best band on the bill. That's happened to us a couple of times. And for people we didn't even know. And so that's what really makes you, like, wow, this is really happening. This is going really well.
Yeah, it's good, too, sometimes when you play the small places and, you got 50 people there, and after the show, you got some dude that looks like he's straight Garth Brooks, and he comes over there and he's shaking your hand and talking about it's for real,
Yeah, I don't even listen to metal, but you guys were great,
That's awesome. Okay.
We've got that some. We've got that some too, man.
Yeah, man. We got Santa Claus coming to see this man up in Greenville. Every show, dude.
72-year-old dude, got a beard down to his belly.
Comes to our show every time.
Yeah, and he's out there just jumping around, and yeah, he's a great guy, man.
That's awesome. Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to tell the world about Center Remains? Anything I have not asked that you want to make sure people know about the band?
Share our music. Tell other people about it. Come to our show. Come to the show. If you're not happy with it, I'll give you your money back.
That's right.
I can tell you right now, you're not going to be disappointed.
Yeah, we like to say scent of remains is like a disease. You want to catch the scent, and then you want to spread the scent. And so that's my little marketing background working in there. So kind of a little slogan for it to remember. And just check us out. I think you're going to dig it if you do.
Very good. Okay. Well, I am going to, for all the listeners out there, I'm going to play the entire new album from beginning to end. The tracks might not be quite in order because of the way I got them, but the entire album is going to get played. And we're going to start with a little BTK because that's one of my favorites.
Awesome.
So if you guys can hang on the line just for a minute for me. So don't go anywhere.